Top of the morning. I just want to express this one thing, man. Distraction is so serious. It's really the only thing that can stop us. It's really the only thing that can stop us because we're already destined to win. You already destined to win. It was written in your DNA to be a winner. It's trillions of sperm cells that travel with you, and you the one that made it through. So just by being born alone means you're a winner. Just by surviving that process means you're a winner. So we were born to win. It's in our DNA. That's not the issue. The issue is us being distracted, us not doing what we're supposed to do to win. See, when anything that's been built, it's a blueprint that goes with it. It's a manual. And it's a way that things has to be done for it to operate properly. And we're no different. We're human, but it's a way that we're supposed to operate. It was a way that you was designed to operate. And if you don't operate in that way, you won't prosper. It ain't up to me to tell you. It ain't up to your pastor. It ain't up to nobody to tell you. You know in your heart how you supposed to operate. You know in your heart what you supposed to be doing in life. I got on here today. I don't care how I'm looking. I'm like, you know what? This message needs to get out because I'm 51 and I'm going through some things like everybody, but I'm looking over my whole life right now. And I'm saying, I'm seeing traits that I do now that I did back then. And I'm like, how can I be expected to prosper hand over fist and blow up like I know I'm supposed to? And I still got traits I was doing back in the day that kept me down. So if we don't change, how can you expect for anything else to change? And the key thing that I can think of that held me back is me being distracted. Distracted by offense, distracted by life, distracted by bills. All these things come up and get me distracted off my focus. And next thing you know, I'm worried about that. I'm thinking about that. You can make a choice right now to don't be distracted no more. I was talking to my daughter earlier. I love her so much. And it's a verse in the Bible that says, what shall separate you from the love of God? Shall perilous times, shall drought, shall famine, shall all these things separate us? It say, no, let nothing separate us because we are more than conquerors. Now, what do that mean to me? I feel like that the love of God is not just one thing. The love of God is the gifts that he put down in us. The call that he's put down in us, the fight that he's put down in us, the dreams and the goals you have, that's the love of God. And it says, let nothing separate us from it. What does that mean? Every day, no matter what happened, don't be distracted. Keep your mind on your focus. Keep your mind on your focus, and your focus should be your gifts and your dreams and your talents. All the stuff you were meant to do. Let nothing that happens separate you from that. Why is that so important? Because God speaks through us, through our gifts. God speaks through us, through our dreams, our talents. He put what he wants in the world in us. And if we get distracted and never put out what he put in us, then God's desires are not being answered on earth. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth. Thy will be done on earth. What does that mean? God's will is put down in his people. And I'm a soldier for God. I don't care what. I done fell flat on my face. I done all kind of stuff that I can't even speak about. But at the end of the day, I'm a warrior for God. And I stand for him. And anything else come up against him gotta go. I'll rip your throat out. If you come against my God, I'm serious about that. I love you, God. And regardless of what, from this day forth, I'm focusing up all the way. And you mark this day and you watch what happens. You watch what happens. And I'm telling you, every person that may be listening, the same thing. Make a declaration today to do what you know needs to be done in your life and not be distracted not one more time. And let me tell you this in closing. Distraction don't happen all at once. A lot of times it can, but the majority of the time it doesn't. It happens little by little. You see, negativity is not going to come all at once to try to wipe you out because it know we too strong for that. We believe too much for that. But little by little it's going to happen. So 30 minutes a day. Next day, he might try to distract you for an hour, 2 hours. The next day after that, he'll settle for 5 minutes. The next day after that, he'll settle for 2 minutes. The next day after that, he might get 6 hours distracting you with foolishness, with rumors and gossip and getting angry at people, being offended. All these things are distractions to keep you off what you're supposed to be thinking about. As a man thinketh, so is he. So don't forget, don't be distracted because negativity will come through anybody who is available to be used. Your mama, your daddy, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife, your brother, your sister, your child, your teacher. Anybody who could be used, negative energy will use them to try to get to you. So now you got to realize that and don't be distracted now one more time. Let's get some discipline. A man without self-control is defenseless as a city with no walls. Slowly but surely, we're going to get it together, y'all. And I'm honest with what I go through. I should be a multi-billionaire by now. But I've allowed distractions and other things to hold me back. And it causes my whole family to suffer. I'm supposed to be cashing out. I'm sending my whole family to school by now. So let's get back on track. And remember, just like a big old ship, them big cruise ships, they're only steered by a rudder. And the rudder is super small. So just imagine a big cruise ship, big as a whole big building. It's a little rudder about the size of a small car or a little bigger a car that guides that whole ship. Now with that rudder, if you change that rudder, I'm talking about a millimeter. It don't got to be no big turn. If you change that rudder I'm talking about an inch of an inch of an inch. By the time that boat gets to its destination, it'll be miles and miles and miles off course. And if you're not careful, you won't even realize it. If the captain is not careful and watching the dials and where he's going in the blueprint, he'll end up off course because it happens so minute that he don't even notice it. And the same thing that happened with our life. If we can get distracted just a little bit each day, just a little bit each day, over the years, you'll realize that you're way off track. And that's why it's important for us, just like the captain of that ship, to keep watching our dreams. Write them down and keep looking at them. Look at your focus, look at your goals so you can make sure you're still on track. And you can look at your life according to that and say, am I still on track? And if not, you can jump back on. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. A lot of us are off track right now. So be it. It don't matter. We don't focus on that. Let's jump back on. It's just that simple. How can you do that? You can start by writing down every single thing that you really want in your life now. If you haven't physically did it before, do it now. I don't care if you're 50. I don't care if you're 80, 100, if you're 24, if you're 19, if you're 15, 12, even if you're 11, 10, however old you are right now, write down what you want your life to look like. Write it down, put it on paper. And then as time go on, every day, just look at it. And make sure you're on track. If it's, I want my body to look a certain way, I want to be in health, then you look at that. When you read it, you look and say, okay, dang, did I go to the gym today? Did I eat healthy? Did I do the things that would get me to this point? And if I didn't, okay, tomorrow, let me jump on it. Oh, matter of fact, that same day, let me finish the day out how I'm supposed to do. So listen, it's not about beating ourselves up because where we are. It's about getting where we want to be at all costs. Don't be distracted. Don't be distracted. Real talk.